Hello students, in my previous class I have discussed with you informal or personal letters. Okay, and today I am going to discuss with you formal letters or official letters. Okay, so you have done it in class 8. You have done it, but you have to grow a very vivid and clear conception about the formal or business type of or official type of letters in class 9, because it is the most important part of your ICSE syllabus. Okay, so today I am going to start the formal letters. Okay, formal letters are official letters dealing with such subjects as inquiry, ordering, transfer of money, reference request, booking, complaint, and apology. So in these cases, you don't need to be informal or personal. You have to write all this in all these occasions officially. Business letters are formal in nature. Nothing in such letters should sound too personal or too intimate. What matters is setting your letter out correctly, keeping to the point, and maintaining the necessary formal tone. So that is all about the formal letter. You have to be to the point. You don't have to give your personal feelings or like that. You have to you can give your opinion, and you can give your in your own way the descriptions. Like if you are writing about the bad conditions of the road, then you have to give the descriptions of the road. If you are writing about the water stagging near your area, so you have to give the description of the problem of the local inhabitants. So that is all the things. Now, layout of a formal letter. The writer's address and the date is written in the same way as in personal letter. I have told you always that you have to keep the left hand side. You please keep left hand side. If you learn one method, then it will be set in your mind. Okay, if you learn one method, don't mix up with other methods. That will be a little bit problematic to you. So same way in the personal letter. Second thing, the address of the person, company, address to is written after the date. So at first your address, then give a space at the left hand side corner. Start from the upper left hand side corner, write your address first, then give some place like one line gap, then write the date, then the person's address whom you are writing. Number 3, the greeting is required different from that of a personal letter. It will be very much official like greeting. I have done it for you in class in this class. In the previous class, it is always dear sir. If you are writing to an official who is a man, if you know that the official is a lady, you should greet her as dear madam. If you are writing to a business firm and not to any particular official, the greeting is dear sirs. The greeting, for example, dear sir, is followed by a comma. If you don't know, here it is not written, I am telling you that if it is not known that if you are writing to someone, you don't know whether it is whether the person is a male or female, then you have to like sir and oblique ma'am. Okay, so you have to write in this way. So put a comma after addressing. Point number 4, the subject with which the letter deals is indicated by a business heading that is written in the middle of the writing space between the salutation and the first paragraph. Okay, so it is underlined. You have to underline the subject matter. Subject, that is you are writing about the letter. You are writing about the subject in your letter, so you have to give the subject after salutation. The heading makes the filing of the letter easier. Next, an immediate reference is made in the opening sentence of your letter to a previous communication, if any, to enable the addressee to identify your correspondence. Okay, got it. A reference is made to the subject of the letter if there is no previous correspondence. If you have corresponded earlier, then it is not necessary, but you are just first time you are writing like this, you have to give a reference of that. Next, the body of the letter may begin at the normal distance from the margin that a new paragraph begins, but you have to keep always the left side and always maintain the left side margin. You don't mess up the things. Okay, don't mess up all the things. So, margin that a new paragraph begins. Divide the body of your letter into paragraphs. The concluding sentence normally refers to the main topic of the letter. Like you have, please kindly consider the fact that you have to write the topic of the letter. Next, the most common form of subscription is yours faithfully, yours sincerely, like this, followed by a comma. Use your full signature in business letters. That is either initials or the first name plus the surname. You have to write your full name because you are an official person. You are writing to someone who is very much official, and then you have to write your full name. You are unknown to that person, and in order to make you know, you have to write your full name, okay, with your surname. Below your full signature, write clearly within brackets your full name. Look, sometimes our signature often seems to be we can make out what is the name of the person. Then after signing, you have to write your full name in brackets, a bit just under your signature. Okay, so you got your points clearly. Next, we have some points to remember, and what are they? Formal letters should be brief and to the point. I have told you earlier when I started the class that you have to be to the point. Don't need to write any kind of personal feelings, any kind of emotions or anything. And such letters deal with a particular subject like ordering goods. There is no need for great creative or imaginative skill in this type of assignment. Okay, you need not to be poetic in your writing. Keep it to the point. Next point to remember, let your letter be clear so that the reader knows exactly what you want, what you are writing, what you want to write. Make it clear, make it straight cut. You must make sure to give all the information that is likely to be required, or else you may get more letters asking for additional details. Maintain the necessary formal tone. Okay, so this kind of letters have a formal tone, and you have to write all the letters in the same way. This is not the type of letter to establish an intimate personal relationship. Be businesslike. You got it? Because you are not creating any kind of personal relationship with the person you are writing to. You have some official matters to deal with him, and you just write that thing. You no need to write other things to the person. Be polite in your expression. Don't write order-like things. Don't express audacity. Don't be too cruel. Don't be so foolish in your writing. So you have to be quiet and clearly official and businesslike. This principle holds good even if you have to lodge a complaint. You must learn to make a complaint without being rude. It should always be the sort of letter which you would not be offended on receiving. Okay, the person who is receiving the letter you don't need to offend that person. If he get offended, then it is certain that he is not going to consider your letter, and he is not going to accept your complaint, accept your request, or like that. Okay, so you have to be polite, you have to be very simple, to the point, and business-like in your approach. Okay, so just let's have a look of the format is given here. It's a box type format. Look here. Here your address. Okay, now write the date here. Look, here is some gap or space. Okay, then the reference, then the editor, the Hindustan Times. Always be careful that when you are writing some editorial letter, you have to take a look at the question very carefully. Okay, that either there is the newspaper's name is given or not. If it is not given, then you have to write in your way, but if it is given, you have to write that paper's name. Okay, and you have to write your local address, like that it is written like in New Delhi, but you are not living in New Delhi, so you please give your write the address of Kolkata. Then, dear sir, salutation, after the address of the receiver, you have to give a space of one line, like then give a space of one line again, then write the subject here, it is written. Okay, then start the body from giving a one line space here, from here. Okay, and you have to make it into 3 paras, and then your faithfully your name and your name in completely in bracket. Okay, so this is the format. Here it is the traditional format. Okay, but do not write in the traditional format, right? Achha. Now come to this one. Here is an example of a formal letter given here. Okay, just have a look of this formal letter. Okay, you have the example in your book also. You have your example in your book, and please go through the example carefully and go to the exercise and do the exercise, because you need practice to write more correctly. Okay, look here, it is given completely. At first your address, then the date, then the receiver's address, then the salutation, then it is the subject matter. Okay, inquiry, it is the letter of inquiry, so it is written here as inquiry. Now here the letter begins. This is a body, is divided in 3 parts. It's written in 3 parts, and then this is the concluding 2 lines part, and then yours faithfully your name. Okay, you got the thing clearly. I am telling you that please maintain this format, this left side format always, whether it is informal or formal, always maintain this left side. It will be better for you to remember these things more easily. Okay, so thank you for today.